Hello, my name is John Rose, and I'm a wellness consultant. And as a wellness consultant, I am painfully aware of the war on our health. Now, the war on our health is the longest war in our history. It's been going on ever since the fall of mankind. Remember, every culture on this planet talks about a golden age, but then something happened. We did something, and now we're in the dark ages. And ever since that time, there has been a war on our health because the fall of mankind made us sick. And now sickness begets sickness. And this is such a difficult concept for the average person to understand, because this battle started when we were very little. Society attacked early when we were helpless. We've been brought up to believe in the same lies that our parents were taught up to believe, all designed to keep us sick. There's a war on our health, my friends. Just about everything in our society conspires against us and is determined to keep us sick. The only way the status quo can remain the status quo is to keep us sick, because that's what creates the hell we live in right now. So, as a wellness consultant, I try to help teach people to take responsibility. I teach them that there are two groups of needs we must satisfy, and that most of us are not willing and able to do that, which is why I added 2 preliminary steps, thereby perfecting a 3-step process. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, I allude to these in every video just about. I have a link to the first step in just about every one of my videos. That's a seminar I gave on how to do this. My seminars normally last 4 hours, this is only 2, so I add 28 related videos to back that up. I don't sell any products, I'm only an educator. I'm trying to help teach everyone to be the best that they can be so we can win this battle. If we can win this battle against our health, we can crawl out of the dark ages, especially the dark ages of medicine, especially when we look at things like chemotherapy. One commercial that's really getting on my nerves, and I'm about to do some specific videos on these alone, is the one by MD Anderson. And since I live in Houston, I hear this commercial all the time on TV, but now I heard it on the other day at the beginning of one of my videos. MD Anderson is making cancer history. You bet you guys are. In the future, we'll look back at this time as the dark ages of medicine, especially what you guys are doing in the name of medicine with cancer. Chemotherapy. Cancer is a condition of acidosis where our bodies has some really low 3 pH waste matter in us doing some damage. Your guys' solution is to put some 2 pH on top of it. Let's make it more acidic. Oh, the cancer spread. What causes cancer? The war on cancer. What causes cancer? Ask a chemist and he'll tell you it's an acid burn. There was a chemist on TV not too long ago. They asked him what caused it and he said it's an acid burn. So why are you using chemotherapy? Again, when we look back in history, we'll say, yeah, MD Anderson is making cancer history. They were torturing people and rubbing it in our faces and getting us to donate money to them. This infuriates me. I can't believe we allow this to go on right now, but the ignorance in this area, we're overwhelmed. We come down with a diagnosis of cancer and they scare us into taking the treatments before we can learn there's a better way. So, if we look at the war on cancer, if we look at any war these guys, these clowns have come up with, the war on terrorism, the war on drugs, if there's anything there should be a war on, is the war on organized medicine, the war on conventional medicine, the war on allopathic medicine, the war on corruption, the war on the dark side of our behavior. Keeping in mind, if we go back to The Secret, when I recap that documentary, TV show, movie, whatever you want to call it, I can only recap one thing. What we don't want. Don't focus on what you don't want. If you don't want cancer, you don't focus on a war on cancer. If you don't want terrorism, you don't focus on a war on terrorism. And if you're going to have a war on drugs, it shouldn't be on recreational drugs that open up our minds and help us see what's going on. It should be a war on the prescription drugs and the other illegal drugs that keep us where we are, like the alcohol and the tobacco, that dumb us down and make our brains unable to think. But a lot of y'all never even thought about that, have you? Because you don't know anything about these other drugs. Marijuana, mushrooms, peyote. Oh, those are illegal. They help you think outside the box. That's why they're illegal. Why would they allow alcohol? Why would they allow cigarettes? Because that's what the people who control us want us to do, is keep being damaged so we can't think. There's a war on our health. Once we get sick, we prey upon ourselves, and this, so we're the enemy in two places, or in two ways. We're the enemy because we're doing it to ourselves individually, but then when you look at us collectively, the worst of us is the biggest enemy we got, the dark side of our behavior, the darkest of the dark side of our behavior. The ones that are now saying, look at all the commercials on TV, on YouTube, it's selling you the wrong food and drugs to treat the symptoms from eating the wrong foods. You're not advertiser friendly. You can't attack the people selling the bad food and attack the people selling us the drugs. So now what? Every vegan, vegetarian that does a video about how bad meat is, you're not advertiser friendly because someone wants to sell us a dead animal? Now how about the drugs? You know, it wasn't that long ago you guys weren't allowed to sell or advertise on TV. And look what's happening right now. We're being brainwashed at a level that's mind-boggling. The average person who watches any TV, especially if they're just now being born, or have been born in the last 10 years, that's all they've ever heard. Ask your doctor, ask your doctor. Don't ask your doctor! They don't know crap when it comes to your health. They study pathology. They're not our experts. Don't ask your doctor. Don't take drugs. Change what you do. Change your lifestyle. Change your diet. And don't put your faith in fools that think health is going to come from a poison. That the solution comes from confusing the body so it can't create a symptom. That's what drugs do. They interfere with the body's communication system. They're not the answer. They're part of the war on health. Now, I'm sure YouTube is not going to like this video, are they? Why? Because most of the advertisers are killing us and poisoning us. And you're part of the problem. Or at least the top of the organization is. But the great news is, it's made up of individuals. And we are going to win this war. We are the Goliath in this situation. It's like that movie about the cockroach or the grasshoppers and the ants. If those ants ever figure out they outnumber us 1,000 to 1 or 100 to 1, whatever it is, our way of living is gone. The same thing applies to us. We are the ones who have all the power, but we can't get it together. And all it takes is for us to get it together individually. I guarantee you, my friends, once we get enough of us to get this together ourselves, we'll show everyone else what to do. And once we reach that magic number, oh man, is this going to be a fun place to live, because the whole world is in for a treat.